We're in CodeHS Web Design Unit 2, and this is the lesson, I believe lesson number 6, covering copyright. So this one we're just going to run over some things, but again, I'm not going to go over the video or the quiz. I'm just going to jump into this example, and we're going to talk a little bit about some key concepts like Creative Commons, what that is, how that works. So this example, they need to update because the picture appears to be broken. But this shows you within an image how, if you use an image that does not belong to you, that you didn't create, it is considered good practice, ethical practice, and legally speaking, you want to give credit to the creator of the image. So what they did here was within a paragraph tag, they did source. They put the name of the person, the domain of where the image came from, and then a link to the image where they found it. Okay. You don't always have to go that detailed, but you want to try to use images as much as possible. We are doing this for education, so education is typically covered under the fair use doctrine as long as you're not putting this out there to the world, making money off of it, or causing something to go viral. You're doing this within the CodeHS platform. Technically speaking, you're probably not really in violation, but it is good practice to try to give credit where credit is due. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Here's just like some information. For my class, we're not really gonna jump into all of this, but I will just kind of explain. So Creative Commons is a quick, easy way to copyright your work. So a copyright is a protected piece of property, typically images, videos, songs, music. Those are movies. Typically media is what is copyright material, and that protects you from someone else using it without your permission, trying to steal it. However, there is a process to go through to get something fully approved with the copyright. So if you create something that you're okay sharing, but you still want to maintain control over how it's used, you can do what's called Creative Commons. It is free, and there are different distinctions. So if you come down here, it kind of lines up with these different options as well. It's a little bit harder to see, but just CC BY, all right, that means only attribution. Sometimes with a so that basically means if you're going to use it, this is kind of the most free version where they pretty much say, hey, you can use it however you want to, just put my name, and if they would like for you to put a link, put that, okay? The CCND, that means you can use it, just put my name down, and you can't edit my work in any way, you just need to use it in original form. There is then a CC BY-NC, which means you can use it, just give me credit, put my name down, and you cannot use it commercially, meaning you can't use this for profit. All right, the next one is the combination of the previous two, or really the previous three. So give me credit, you can't use it commercially, and you can't edit it. All right, this one, all right, attribution, no commercial use, and share alike. So the share alike means that you cannot, like if you see it's similar, and let me double check on that actually, because I am drawing a blank. So this is what we do in the real world. I think I know, but I don't. Yeah, so highlights only some key features to the actual license. So here we go. So this does allow you to reuse, remix, and modify, but requires that any derivative work be distributed. So, okay, there we go. That's what I was thinking. So, yeah, so basically what that means is you can use it however you want to, as long as you're not making money off of it. But if you use their original work and you modify it, edit it in any way, and you want to get a Creative Commons license for your new work, you have to share it in the same manner that they did. Which this last one is also the same, basically meaning, hey, give me credit, and if you use it to make something new, then you need to also give me credit and share it under the same license. Okay, so long story with Creative Commons, but it is something that is used more and more every day. So this one says, give a short description of each of the following license types in your own words. We just went over that. You had that image. Go back. So I'm going to skip through, but if you were typing it out, that would just mean, just give me credit. Give me credit if you make something using this. Share the same type. All right, and so on. So that's kind of how I want you to enter the answers. Anyway, we can continue on, and you could refer back to that image. Okay, this tells you, and this is showing you how to do a Google search. This may be outdated, but I will show you how to do this as well. So if you want to search and make sure you're using images that you are able to use, so let's just say I am going to Google. If I go to images, okay, I can then come over here to tools, and under usage rights, I can choose Creative Commons license. Again, right there, the only results that I'm going to get now are Creative Commons. And so if I click on one, hopefully it has it. I may have to visit the website, or it says get this image on Flickr, license details. So if it's not blocked, so this is all right, this is a 2.0, so this is an older one. So attribution 2.0, so you're free to share, adapt. Under the following terms, you must give appropriate credit to provide a link. So this just kind of tells you what you can do with that particular image, okay? So if we were to look at a different one, so for example this, get this image on Wikipedia Commons, license details, again, you click on it, all right, it shows you what it is. It's international, and it says you are free to. All right, under the following terms, you can do this and that. Okay, so when you search, that kind of lets you know what you have permission for. All right, just kind of a walkthrough there of how that works. Okay, so now that you know how to find and cite images, create a collage containing 6 public domain images you found, even though you technically don't have to cite public domain images. Put the citation in a P tag under each image. Your citation should be in the form. All right, source, artist name, title of image, year created, site you found it on, okay? And this is an example of what that looks like. That said, you may not always be able to find all of the information. So find 6 images. This is directions for my class. If you can't find anything, then just find a new image. But if you find an image, and let's just say you have the artist name, the year it was created, obviously you have the site you found it on, but you can't find a title of the image. You just leave that out, okay? So you would just leave out title of image. You would just have artist name, year created, and the site you found it on. If you had everything but the year created, you would just put everything but that. The goal is to try to find all of it, but I do realize that that would take forever the way things are shared these days. So just do the best you can. So the example that I used, I believe, on this one was, last time I did this, it was around Halloween. And you can see some of these images are even not around anymore. But I just did a few. So I had the image. So this is just practicing inserting an image again. And I might have done this in the past. I can't remember. I was doing a little CSS there. Let me go back to history. Yeah, I changed that, and I probably shouldn't have. That probably confused everybody. So if I restore starter code. Okay, they did have that there. Okay, I could not remember. So they actually already have the blueprint for you, so you really just need to paste the image link and then the information. So again, if I go to my assignment, I'm just going to copy this, and I can come in and I can just kind of paste that within each paragraph tag, and then just update it as I go with each image. Okay, so that's kind of the easy way to make sure you don't leave something out. All right, is that one more? Okay, so let's just say I'm doing an image search. I'm just going to search for summer. Summer is coming. I'm going to go to Tools. I'm just going to double check usage rights. I'm going to do Creative Commons license. Okay, and let's say I want to do this one. Okay, so it gives me the creator. So right here it says Ray Best Through the Lens. So that would be my artist. So I could go ahead and click on the image. If I click share, that's a link to the image if I wanted to give that information. Unable to connect, you go figure. So let me try a different one. It's probably going to be, so, but you do see the creator, but you don't see, and you can see where you found it. It's on Flickr. You can find the license details. So of that information I need, so the source right here, that's the artist's name. Okay, so if I were to go back to this one, that would be Christian Cortum. So I would copy that. All right, the title of the image is, all right, I'm assuming Summer Seascape, the Dying Stages of Winter. So that's one I'm not 100% sure, but I could click on it. Again, it's going to be unable to connect, probably because Oconee County Schools is blocking it. But I would just, at this point, probably shouldn't say this, but I would just call it Summer Seascape, would be what I'm assuming the title is. Okay, and let's just say I can't find the year that this was created. Obviously, this is older because they're using version 2.0, but I can't really find anything else on that image right now. There's nothing about, again, find Google image details, there's meta. So I don't have the year, so I'm just going to remove that. Okay, and then URL to image. All right, I'm going to put, and I could link it if I wanted to, so I could, again, copy image link. And then if I wanted to actually make that a link, I could do href equals okay, and then that's doing something kind of crazy. It's not letting me. I'm going to Control Z that. Okay, so that's one of those super long. So you can see how this has its issues. And I wish it would just let me undo. There we go. Okay, I don't know why. There we go. Okay, so obviously that was a pain. But I'm going to come here. That's where it is actually. Even though it won't let me open the page, that's going to be a lot shorter link. So I'll use that, and then I will close out. Okay. And I can just type link to image. I could do it that way, or I could just put, without making it a link, so you can kind of see if that's going to show up. It may not, but there's a link to image. I would need to put that image link here to make it show up. Alrighty, so let's do that one more time. Copy image link. This one's going to be messy, but we've already gone this far. Okay, let's try it again. So there we go. Okay, so a lot of fumbling around, but we got it. Okay, so that's step one. You would just want to repeat that process for 5 more images. Okay, so I will spare you the time. If you have questions, let me know, but that should kind of show you what to do for each one. Again, if you can't find like the year, just leave it out. If you can't find the artist, I would just put the domain. Like if I couldn't find the artist here, but I knew this was from Flickr, I would just, for the source, I would just put flickr.com, and then I would still put a direct link. So if you have questions about that, please let me know. Okay. All right, and this is going to flag me because it says I should have 6 images, but I'm going to continue anyway. All right, and then there's a follow-up. Why is copyright important? It's just to make sure that we are being good citizens, that we give people credit where credit is due, because at the end of the day, we would not want somebody to take something we created and change it or make money off of it that should have been ours. So it's just the right thing to do, okay? Alrighty, and that finishes the lesson on copyright.